Hi friends, welcome to NeoChem Study Circle. Uh, some students are asking me that, sir, how to identify the oxidation number of central metal atom in a complex compound. So today I am going to explain how to identify the oxidation number of central metal atom in complex compounds today. Okay. So first of all, before I am going to explain how to identify the oxidation number of central metal atom in complex compound, we should discuss some important basic points in the complex compounds. Okay, so now we will see some terms using in the complex compounds. Okay, so first of all, we should know about complex pair. Complex pair. Complex pair. Complex pair means the sphere which is binding in a square bracket is called complex pair. Okay, this is the complex pair. In a complex pair, central metal atom and ligands are present. Okay, in a complex pair, central metal atom and ligands are present. Suppose CO is the central metal atom, NH3 taken 6 ammonia molecules are act as ligands. So thus, in a complex pair, central metal atom and ligands are present. So this is the complex pair. Commonly, in a complex pair, transition elements or d block elements like chromium, cobalt, manganese, iron, etc. are act as central metal atom. Right? In a complex pair, transition elements are d block elements like chromium, cobalt, manganese, iron, etc. are act as central metal atoms. Okay. Next, the complex pair may have either zero charge or positive charge or negative charge. For example, CO NH3 taken 3 Cl3, it will have zero charge. So it is called as neutral complex pair. Next, CO NH3 taken 6 plus 3. This is the positive complex pair. Next, Fe Cn taken 6 minus 4. So this is the negative complex pair. Thus, the complex pair may have either zero charge or positive charge or negative charge. So it is neutral complex pair, it is positive complex pair, it is negative complex pair. Okay. Next, one more thing. The second term is ionic sphere. Ionic sphere. So ionic sphere means the sphere out of the complex sphere is called ionic sphere. For example, K4 square bracket Fe Cn taken 6. Okay, this is the square bracket which is known as complex pair. The out of the complex pair is known as ionic pair. Okay, next, in a ionic compound, the first species is called cation, then another species is called anion. In any ionic compound, the first species is act as cation and the second species is act as anion. So here complex pair is act as anion and ionic sphere is act as cation. Okay, now ionic sphere is act as cation, complex sphere is act as anion. If we ionize the complex compound, first of all, we should write the base of the cation is coefficient to the cation. So base of the cation is what? 4. So we should write the base of the cation is coefficient to the cation. So 4 k plus 1 plus complex sphere. Here totally how many number of positive charges there? 4 into plus 1 plus 4. So totally 4 positive charges are there. Commonly in a ionic compound, the total number of positive charges must be equal to total number of negative charges. So as 4 positive charges are there, the anionic complex sphere should have 4 negative charges. Okay, write like this: Fe Cn taken 6 minus 4. So here the total number of negative charges are equal to total number of positive charges. Like that, we have to ionize the complex compound. Okay, now let us take one more example. CO NH3 taken 6 square bracket Cl3. So here the first part is cation, second part is anion. Here the first part is what kind of sphere? Complex sphere. Second part is ionic sphere. So here complex sphere is act as cation and ionic sphere is act as anion. So you don't forget, in a ionic compound the first part is act as cation and the second part is act as anion. So here complex sphere is act as cation and ionic sphere is act as anion. Okay, now we will ionize the complex compound. So as complex sphere is acting as cation, it should have positive charge. Okay, now it should have how many number of positive charges? Commonly in a ionic compound, the base of the anion is equal to charge of the cation. Don't forget, the base of the anion is equal to charge of the cation and the base of the cation is equal to charge of the anion. So here base of the anion is how much? 3. That's why complex sphere should have 3 positive charges like this. CO NH3 taken 6. It should have positive charge. It should have how many number of positive charges? 3 positive charges like this. Plus next the base of the anion we should write as coefficient to the anion, that is 3 Cl minus. So here charge of the anion is how much? Minus 1. Okay, now so this is about the complex sphere and ionic sphere. Okay, next the next term is ligand. So we will define the term ligand. So ligand means what? Ligand means electrons donating species. Okay, electrons donating species is called ligand. The ligand may have either lone pair of electron or negatively charged electron pair. So if a species is act as ligand, it should have either negatively charged electron pair or lone pair of electron pair. So the species having the lone pair of electrons or negatively charged electron pairs are act as ligands. Okay, so during the formation of complex compound, this is the central metal atom, this is the ligand. So during the formation of complex compound, ligand should be do what? Ligand should be donate lone pair of electron to central metal atom. Thus, electrons donating species are called ligands. A ligand may donate either one lone pair of electron or more than one lone pair of electron to the central metal atom. Okay, now we will write some examples for ligands. NH3, it carry one lone pair of electron. Next, CO, carbon monoxide, it carry one lone pair of electron. Next, H minus, hydride ion. Next, Cn minus ion, cyanide ion, etc. Okay, this is about the definition of ligands. Okay, you don't forget, Amma. If a species is active ligand, it should have either lone pair of electrons or negatively charged electron pairs. Okay, this is about the ligands. Next, one more important thing is coordination number. Coordination number. What is called coordination number? Coordination number means, first of all, we will take a complex pair CO, NH3, taken 6 plus 3. Here CO is the cobalt which is active central metal atom in this complex compound. Next, ammonia are active ligands. Okay, now coordination number means the number of ligands binding with central metal atom in a complex pair is called coordination number. Coordination number means what? The number of ligands binding with central metal atom in a complex pair is called coordination number. So in the given complex compound, how many number of ammonia ligands are binding with cobalt? 6 ammonia ligands are binding with the central metal atom. That's why this complex compound coordination number is how much? 6. Coordination number of this complex compound is 6. Next, one more example. FeCN taken 6 minus 4. Here 6 cyanoligands are there. So I6 cyanoligands are binding with the iron central metal atom. Coordination number of this complex compound is 6. Thus, the number of ligands binding with central metal atom in a complex pair is called coordination number. Okay, now one more definition is there. That is, first of all, we will take one example. CO En taken 3 plus 3. Okay, this is the cobalt. En means ethylene diamine. Ethylene diamine. It can be written as like this: CH2 single bond, CH2. Commonly CH2 single bond, CH2 is known as ethylene. Next, diamine, that is, it should have 2 amine functional groups like this. Each amine group carry one lone pair over the nitrogen. This is the structure of the ethylene diamine ligand. So, in this ligand, how many electrons donating amine groups are there? There are 2 amine groups. Both the amine groups donate lone pair of electrons to central metal atom during the formation of complex compound. Okay, now here amine ligands are there. Only one electron donor atom is there in the amine ligand. But in the ethylene diamine ligand, there are 2 electron donor atoms. That is, each ethylene diamine ligand donate 2 lone pair of electrons to central metal atom. Okay, now in each ethylene diamine ligand, 2 donor atoms are there. So both the nitrogen atoms can donate lone pair of electrons to central metal atom. So the second definition of the coordination number is the total number of atoms binding with the central metal atom through the coordination covalent bonds is called coordination number. So according to definition, second definition of the coordination number is the total number of atoms binding with the central metal atom through the coordinate covalent bonds is called coordination number. According to the first definition, coordination number of this complex compound should be how much? Only 3. But in each ethylene diamine ligand, there are 2 electron donor atoms. If you write the structure of this complex compound like this, see here, NH2, NH2, CH2, single bond, CH2. This is the ethylene diamine ligand. Next NH2, NH2, CH2 single bond, CH2 single bond. This is the second ethylene diamine ligand. NH2, NH2, CH2 single bond, CH2. This is the third ethylene diamine ligand. What I told you about the definition of the coordination number, the total number of atoms binding with the central metal atom through the coordinate covalent bond is called coordination number. So in this complex compound, how many number of atoms are binding with the central metal atom? Totally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 atoms are binding with central metal atom through the coordinate covalent bonds. That's why coordination number of this complex compound is not equal to 3. The coordination number of this complex compound is equal to 6 because in each ethylene diamine ligand, 2 donor atoms are there. So 2 into 3, 6. Like that, we have to identify the coordination number of complex compounds. Okay now. Next, coordination number of complex compounds is played an important role in the decided the geometry of the complex compounds. Okay, now geometry of the complex compounds is depends on coordination number. Let us see by taking some examples. Coordination number. In the first column, we have taken coordination number. Next, hybridization. Hybridization in the second column. Next, geometry. Geometry of the complex compound in the third column. Suppose if coordination number is 2 for any complex compound, then we have to select the hybridization containing 2 orbitals. The hybridization containing 2 orbitals is what? The hybridization containing 2 orbitals is sp. Okay. Next, geometry is what? Linear. Linear. Next, if coordination number is 3, then we have to select the hybridization containing 3 orbitals. That is sp2. The sp2 hybridized complex compounds geometry is what? Trigonal planar. Trigonal planar. Next, if coordination number is 4, then the hybridization containing 4 orbitals is what? sp3 or dsp2. sp3 or dsp2. If hybridization is sp3, then geometry is tetrahedral. Tetrahedral. Otherwise, if hybridization is dsp2, then The geometry is square planar. Square planar. So, in the complex compounds, two types of geometries are possible with the coordination number 4. One is tetrahedral with sp3 hybridization. Another one is square planar with dsp2 hybridization. Next, if coordination number is 5, then the hybridization containing 5 orbitals is what? sp3d. sp3d. So geometry is trigonal bipyramidal. Okay. If coordination number is 6, then the hybridization containing 6 orbitals is what? sp3d2. So geometry is octahedral. Octahedral. So thus we can decide the geometry of the complex compounds based on the coordination number. Okay.